Myth number 3, expensive branding is a scam. What'd you say about that, babe?
I would say that whole entire sentence is a scam.
But why do you think people say stuff like that?
Because usually they have an ulterior motive. Like they will tell people not to spend a whole lot on their branding because they want those people to spend their dollars with them in another type of industry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or they'll say it because maybe they haven't been able to leverage their branding. Like they don't have the experience or the know-how because they're not a branding expert or a design expert or a marketing expert to really be able to leverage what they have.
Yes. And or they felt maybe that they, had some bad experience and now they're spreading it. So, because I've heard people say stuff like, you don't need to spend, $20,000 on your website. You could just do, really, cheap website and you'd be fine. You can make sales that way. So here's
well, it's not just expensive. Like it's not just about the price tag. It's about the outcome.
Yes.
Right? Because you can pay. I've seen, really expensive websites, like because I'm gonna look and investigate who else is doing what we doing, and I will see their pricing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like $10,000-$20,000 for that.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, it's not so much about, like to your point, it's not about like what you're paying in terms of the expense. It's about the ROI, right? Because you could pay $10,000, $20,000 for a website, and it could do completely nothing,
right?
Because if it's not built the right way, if it's not attracting the right people, if the messaging is, all these different variables, it won't matter how much you paid for it. It would be a waste of money, right? Whereas you could pay less. And if it hits all those things, it could be more impactful for you, right? So it's not about, like, when we say that expensive branding is a scam, that's a false statement, that's a myth. It's not a scam because if you invest in it the right way and you understand how to, be intentional about getting the ROI, whatever you invest in is going to come back to you, right? So if you're investing in premium graphics, premium branding to attract premium people, that's an investment that's worth it, right? Especially if you hit that target, which if you're intentional enough, you can. But if you don't know what you're doing, if you're just someone who's like, because we've had that too, where people, there was a time where we were charging $30,000 for our package. And we've had people had a lot of success with that package. They would go on to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So the ROI was there.